Hey y'all, my name's Adrian Despres. I'm with Forge Ministries. I want to give you a little 1-minute Devo. I'm one of the itinerant speakers on staff of Forge. Love you guys a ton. Let's talk about supplication. Now, what is supplication? Supplication is another way of saying prayer. I'm going to bring some stuff before God. Prayer is one of the greatest gifts God has ever given us. Now, think about it for a second. My daughter jumps across the table when she's a little girl, lands in my arms and says, "Daddy, I love you so much." And I'm going, blah, blah, blah. If she knew about credit cards, you want my personal PIN number? Do you want a power of attorney? I mean, if she knew about that stuff, I'd be broke by now because I wouldn't be able to stop myself from giving to her. That we have that privilege to do with God. We can walk into the throne room of God, jump in His lap, and say, "Daddy, I love you." Empty wagons rattle. Do you guys know those radio flyer wagons? Did you have them when you were kids? And you pull them behind you, and they go behind you. Empty wagons rattle. Well, every once in a while, I want to walk into the throne room of God with an empty wagon behind me. Just came to tell you I love you. I love you so much, Lord. You're the best. And walk back out and let Him hear the empty wagon rattling. Now, there's nothing wrong with our supplications. Supplications, when you bring a whole bunch of stuff into God, He said, "Could you take care of this? You can take care of that." And the Lord loves doing that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, our prayers are eternal. The bowl underneath the throne of the prayers of the saints is still there today. It's an eternal prayer. So your prayer is never. But you see, you need to know when men and women work, we work, and we can get a lot of stuff done. But when men and women pray, God works. I really feel like prayer is the key to the revival that needs to happen in our country. Let's keep praying. Now, when I go to preach at different places and revival breaks out, almost every time somebody will come up to me and say, "I've been praying for this for years," and they just start weeping in front of me. And I look at them and say, "You know what? I know what kind of preacher I am. I'm not that good, but I'm tall. Listen, I know what kind of preacher I am. You praying is the key." When Finney would preach, Finney would have great revivals because he had a guy named Nash, one of his prayer warriors, who traveled with him. When Finney went over to England, Nash stayed in the United States, and nothing happened in England. Finney calls Nash and says, "Get over here. Nothing's going on. Nothing's happening." When Nash showed up and started praying for Finney, revival broke out. Let me just say, prayer is powerful. Please go through the practice. It's very difficult sometimes, but it's worth it. All right? See y'all later.